Back from Phantom Hourglass. Seriously, he was also somewhat of the protagonist of the series. Actually, I'm pretty sure he wasn't the main protagonist of the series. Oh wait, no, that's Link. So what? He was there too, pretty much the entire story.
Seriously, what would have Linebeck done anyway? Did he fight at all or anything? I haven't played Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, but why didn't you guys, like, elaborate on what he would have done as an assist trophy?
Taboo. One of the worst final bosses I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
He was way too generic.
Yeah.
They could have done a lot more with him.
Yes, he looked like that guy from, what was it, he looked like the Vulture from Spider-Man.
He also looked like Tron.
Newport City.
That was interesting. It was like, it was a big
I liked
stage.
how it was a floating city.
Yes.
That was nice.
Oh god, I cannot tell you how much I hated Newport City. Like, that stage is like way too big. It's like, I like my stages to be relatively medium-sized, but that stage was just too big. It was like, the screen would have to like pan out so much that I'd have to like search around the screen or whatever. Oh well, it's just, I hated the stage. It was just, I felt it was just way too big.
We were thinking of a 4-character per series rule. A basic 4-character per series rule.
That would have been fair, but I think it would have been more fair if, like, they have some sort of, like, now, like, for future installments, because they're running out of Nintendo characters that they can use from other series, 5-character per series limit, and for third-party companies, maybe a 2 to 3 character limit.
The masterpieces. Isn't that not a big, fat slap in the face?
Yes.
To like, okay, you have this game that's like that's so great. You can play it for
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Wow. What? Why? Why did they do that? I mean, if you're going to play a game, at least a decent demo would let you do it like 10 minutes.
Yeah. No. Oh, you want to play Ice Climbers? Here you go. 10 seconds. Or you want to play? Oh, you want to play F-Zero? Huh? Well, too bad. You're going to have to play for only 3 minutes.
Yeah. You want an Ocarina of Time? You want a really long game? Well, 5 minutes. How's about that? You know?
I definitely agree with you guys on the masterpieces. The masterpieces were, like, pointless. They could have, like, used the data they used for the masterpieces, and I don't know what they could have done. I don't know, like, add another character, at least. The masterpieces were just a complete waste of space.
Melee is better.
Yes.
Get Melee for sure. Get Melee for sure. It'll take you a longer time to get everything, but it's so much more satisfying.
And here's where I'm gonna get into a little rant about Melee. People are always talking about how Brawl is so overrated and Melee is so much better. Well, you know what I have to say about this? I think Melee is even more overrated than Brawl is. I mean, because after I had been playing Brawl for a while, I decided to go play Melee again and see what that was like. Let me tell you, it's like hard to get back into Melee after playing Brawl, because Brawl had so much more. I mean, Brawl has so much more, has more characters and more stages, and the adventure mode is better, in my opinion. Let's see, with Melee, the controls are loose. No one ever mentions how loose the controls on Melee are. Because in Brawl, they tightened the controls so much in Brawl, and then when I started playing Melee, the controls were looser in Melee, so that's the problem I had with Melee. The controls were loose. And they solved it by tightening the controls in Brawl.
Oh, yes.
Brawl, on the other hand, it's a great game once you unlocked everything.
Which will be probably in one day.
I had that game for over 2 years, and I still haven't unlocked every single trophy, music piece, every single sticker, masterpiece. I've unlocked all the unlocked all the characters and stages. I might have unlocked all the masterpieces, but I haven't unlocked all the music, trophies, and stickers, so don't tell me that it'll take you one day to unlock everything.
Subspace Emissary, good on paper, great idea on paper, but not necessarily well in execution. because it gets very boring after a while.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to the Great Maze.
Oh, God.
I'll agree with you on the Great Maze. It was really boring.
Overall, we would give this game probably about C+ to a B-.
Yes.
I know Random DCE gave it a D-. He has his opinion, but I honestly think Brawl deserves more than that.
Yes.
A little more than
Just
that.
a little more.
Just a little more. Yes, they had a lot of things wrong with it.
Indeed.
It wasn't perfect. It had a lot of things wrong with it. It had a lot of things that could have been done so much more with it. Especially, like we said, the amount of time that was put into actually making the game.
It wasn't actually as long as you thought it was. They made it for. It was developed for about 3 years, not 5 years.
Right.
But they did something right because it sold a lot of copies and it's a lot of fun to play with your friends. Definitely needs improvement.
Oh,
Especially with the online mode.
Oh, God. That's another thing we forgot to talk about. The online mode sucks!
Yes, Nintendo. Fix the online mode before you decide to release the game. Because that's what everyone's going to be playing it for.
There's no excuse for the online mode to suck, especially since all those delays were made to tweak the online system.
The thing I never got was Mario Kart Wii had downloadable content, yet Brawl doesn't. If there's one game that needs to have downloadable content, it's Brawl!
And Nintendo's excuse is that, oh, the Wii doesn't use a hard drive. Well, if you were able to have downloadable content for Mario Kart Wii, why can't you have downloadable content for Super Smash Bros. Brawl?
It's not perfect, and it's not the greatest game ever made. There's no such thing as the greatest game ever made, because the greatest game ever made title changes with everything that comes out. Halo 3, Brawl, GoldenEye 64, Super Mario Bros. 3. There's no such thing as the greatest game ever made. It all goes down to personal preference.
That's the best line you had in the Sal. I agree with you. It all goes down to personal preference. There's no such thing as the greatest game of all time. There's only what your favorite game is of all time.
This is Big Al.
And Chibi Necodemics.
A.K.A. Adam. Thea. And over and out.
And with that, this is KHJEDIMASTER signing out.